So once you were in your position, you were part of the band, the Marine band. What do you even do? Like, what does day to day look like in that position?
So in San Diego, that's kind of like the other recruit depot.
Oh, okay.
So all the West Coast people, everybody west of the Mississippi goes to San Diego.
Okay.
And then all females and everybody east of the Mississippi went to Parris Island. At least that's how it was when I went through.
Okay.
I think now
Might be a little bit different.
Changed that.
Oh, yeah.
I think they actually have like both genders at
Good.
or all genders, I should say, now in
Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So they have them, everybody in both depots now, which I think is smart because there was people going literally from Hawaii to South Carolina for training when they could have
just gone to California.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to me.
So you did that for a few years, and you talked a little bit about your back injury and how that affected your mental health. I wasn't sure if you wanted to elaborate a little bit on that, what that time of your life looked like.
Well, so I mean, you think about it, like I have the dream job that I wanted. I married my high school sweetheart. I was living the life. I was doing exactly what I said I was going to do. And with my back injury, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to stay in, which I wanted to stay in for a full 20 years.
Wow.
But I guess that wasn't the plan for me. So just the uncertainty of, now I have a family. We already had a dog at that point. I have a wife, obviously. And I'm so worried about how I'm going to support my family that like I just started breaking in half. Because this is the first time that I had to deal with that.
The first time you've deviated from that plan.
Well, deviated from any plan. Because I'm very persistent on, like, if I say I want to do something, it's probably going to happen. So September 11th of 2019, I got admitted to the hospital for the first time for suicidal ideations.
Wow.
That was tough.
I can imagine.
And that was right before like I started getting more treatment for my back. I was not getting any answers. Like I was asking for help, but everybody that I was working with just didn't have the answers because they never had to do with that. That's not something that happens very often where someone actually gets really messed up and can't, especially like in the band.
Yeah.
In other career fields in the Marines, it probably happens a bit more often, but especially everybody I was working with.
Well, any type of repetitive motion, I can see how that can cause something like that.
And I mean, since I hate running, probably my running form wasn't the greatest, I don't think I did everything that I was probably supposed to. But that's besides the point. I didn't get any treatment until a year after I got injured.
It doesn't matter how you got there. It happened. And doesn't sound like you got the support that you needed to navigate that.
Well, and it wasn't until I had like that mental health crisis where they really understood like the severity of my situation. Yeah. That I'm not making this up. That's the problem, is they think that everybody's just faking their injury, because a lot of people do. A lot of people fake their injuries to get out of the monotonous day-to-day life that we have.
But you wanted to be there.
I was one of the few people who actually really enjoyed it. And that's not to say that the people who didn't enjoy it weren't good Marines, because there's a lot of really good Marines who got out because there's some dirt bags that stay in for the full 20-30 years and that's all they know how to do. No, but my group of friends was really supportive. They always had my back. They knew the truth about my injury and they supported me throughout all that. Then my wife, she was a trooper. She was by herself for those couple days I was in the hospital.
I can only imagine.
So that was tough, but we got through that. And, I started talking to a therapist, which if you're not talking to a therapist, I highly suggest you do.
I think everyone should go to therapy.
Every single person.
Everybody should go to therapy. I think it's so stigmatized. And for what? You get an unbiased opinion. It's great in my opinion. Someone can hear you and listen and be able to share helpful tips.
Yeah. And honestly, like I'm probably going to start up again because I haven't been doing it for the last couple of years, and it's definitely taken on toll on me. I'm still working with all of this nonsense.
I feel like it's something that just doesn't go away.
And that's the thing is that you have to find your passion. I have found my passion. I haven't stopped my passion. Yeah. I've just kind of found new ways to keep doing it and keep getting paid to do it.
Yeah. I mean, that's always a good thing. And I just feel like I can't even imagine what you went through between dealing with an injury and dealing with a crisis of mental health in the military, which I feel like is so stigmatized in itself.
Which is unfortunate. Yeah.
I still don't even understand that, but that's a separate topic. I can only imagine what that did for your marriage and, you know, your family life. It takes a lot of courage is what I'm trying to say to navigate that and to make it through. But I'm happy that you did. And I'm hoping that someone else listening can relate to that as well.